Hello, my friends. My name is Christine from Hummingbird Soul Food. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm going to try to make longer readings, so if you are interested in that, definitely stick around. But we are getting the Ace of Visions to start today, and this is actually the Ace of Cups in the traditional tarot. Okay, so first of all, you might be seeing swans as a little sign and synchronicity. Swans are such a majestic energy. Okay, so I am definitely feeling like for some of you out there, you are about to maybe meet your match. You're about to meet a partner of some sort. If it's not a romantic connection, then I feel like this is around just soul family, a kindred spirit. Okay, that's for some of you out there because like I said, it's the Ace of Cups. But also this to me is about you beginning to recognize your magic, your ethereal beauty, your radiance, and you're almost kind of being given this fresh start and clean slate when it comes to the way that you approach the relationship with yourself. I feel like you are seeing yourself differently, but the world is also perceiving you differently. And it's just there's this beautiful glow about you, okay? And I feel like you are becoming more magnetic and you're attracting new opportunities, but from an authentic place, right? Because you are truly recognizing your own, unique soul magic and radiance. And it's showing. It is absolutely showing. And like I said, for some of you, because there's, the swan is seeing their own reflection, but it's almost like there's somebody that's mirroring you and matching your beauty and radiance, and they are being drawn toward you. So that is for some of you out there. But let's see what else wants to come through. Okay, we are getting the Six of Spells, which would be the Six of Wands. That's amazing. So yeah, this is a card of success, celebration, recognition. So like I said, you are glowing, you are radiant, all right? So you are being noticed is basically what I'm saying here. So, just keep that in mind because you're probably going to attract some energies that maybe you don't totally vibe with. You don't have to entertain all of the energies that you are attracting. So absolutely keep that in mind, whether it's around romance, friendship, business, okay? But also to that, I feel like you are just being noticed in general, okay? People are really loving what you are putting out into the world. You feel inspiring, you feel uplifting, encouraging. Even if you aren't on social media or anything like that, I feel as though it's just the people in your surroundings, maybe even strangers. You have a glow about you. You have a magnetism. Your aura speaks volumes, okay? And you just showing up every day in a place of, self-empowerment and self-love, that alone is inspiring to others, okay? They don't have to be able to, it's not that you're necessarily having conversations with people. It's just your energy, all right? So remember that. You're cleaning up your energy and it shows, all right? Or it's showing. What else do we need to know? Yeah, it's almost like people are sort of marveling at your magic is what I want to say. They are marveling at the beauty that you are emanating, even just naturally. That's pretty awesome. All right. Ooh, the Nine of Boons, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Heck yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely the epitome of self-confidence and self-worth. So good for you, because again, because of this beautiful work that you've been doing around yourself and healing the relationship with yourself, you are absolutely calling in, I want to say, abundant financial opportunities. Not just financial, because abundance comes in many forms, right? An abundance in joy, freedom, peace, new ideas, creativity. But I definitely feel like for a lot of you out there, this is around your sense of stability and security, and financially speaking, okay? But, even if it's just new opportunities and new ideas, it's to the point where they will lead to financial abundance, all right? So this is you just really feeling like you are in your power, okay? You don't really need anybody, right? You're doing your thing, you're shining your light, you are open to other, people in your life who enhance what you have going for you, but you don't necessarily need anybody else, if that makes sense, okay? Which is a really sovereign place to be. And I'm not saying that in an egotistical way. It's just, you're just feeling really comfortable with who you are, okay? And that's not easy. Seeker of challenges. Yeah, so the challenges energy is the swords, all right? So this is kind of like the King of Swords in the traditional tarot. So this to me is you being absolutely crystal clear on who you are, on, you know, in terms of boundaries, what you're willing to put up with, what you're not willing to put up with, you know, because you've probably lived through a lot of experiences, again, that have brought you to this point of starting over with yourself that have been very challenging, right? That have not, that maybe you have settled for in the past. Maybe you have, you know, stayed in spaces and places that did not honor your true worth and value. So I feel like in terms of what you want versus what you don't want, you are very, very crystal clear on that. The King of Swords is not afraid to cut away what no longer fits, what does not resonate, okay? And if there's anything that's getting in the way of you sort of creating a legacy or building something that feels really beautiful and expansive and magical in your life, again, you're not afraid to set those boundaries and to distance yourself or to have maybe difficult conversations. You know, the King of Swords is very blunt, very honest, right? Acts with integrity, but, you know, knows that it's coming from a place of self-love and self-worth, right? So let's get one more card. Where are we going from the King of Swords, please? So I feel like in the near future, that kind of a situation might present itself to you. Something might cross your path where, I don't want to say you're being tested, but you're just being given an opportunity to stand up for yourself, to advocate for your own worth and value, where maybe in the past that didn't come so easy for you. Moonlight, yeah, this is the moon energy, okay? So look at all of this magic that is rising up to the surface. And then we have rabbits on this card, which talk about fertility and abundance and growth and expansion, new beginnings. There's a lot under the surface that you can't see, right? But also with this moon energy and the King of Swords, you are seeing through any kinds of illusions that have kept you stuck in the past, that have kept you from truly seeing yourself in the limelight, right? Like, or just seeing your true radiance. There is so much power and magic that is just being unleashed from you right now. And because of that, there are opportunities that you don't see yet that are also rising up to the surface. So be discerning as this King of Swords. It's kind of how I started this message. You don't need to say yes to everything, right? You will know if something is in alignment with who you truly are. And again, in the past, maybe you would just say yes out of obligation, out of fear of disappointing others, people-pleasing energy, fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, whatever the case might be. But you're not in that place anymore. You have evolved beyond that type of an energy. So, you know, get excited and curious about whatever this moon energy is representing for you. But, you know, don't allow any of the, because we're in Mercury retrograde as I'm recording this. So don't allow any smoke and mirrors from the past to try to reel you back in, okay? Whatever doors have closed, they've closed for a reason. Stay true to that. Stay true to what feels right within you. As I say that, 8 of Visions, which is the 8 of Cups. Walk away from any of the doors that you have already closed, okay? Do not reopen those doors. You know what is a hell no, you know what is a hell yes, right? Whatever that saying is. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. You know intuitively. So don't let people from the past, situations from the past, you know, try to persuade you otherwise. Remember, you are the King of Swords. You cannot be persuaded. You know the truth. You see it. You feel it, right? Trust your intuition, because guess what? You have some really high places to get to and nothing is getting in your way now, right? You are on to bigger and better things. Beautiful, magical, expansive, prosperous opportunities are absolutely rising to the surface for you right now. So everything else needs to take a back seat, and you are allowed to choose you in a really beautiful way right now. You are allowed to say no to anything and everything that is not allowing you to truly stand in your radiance, free of, you know, free of the past, free of those past stories, those past limiting beliefs, and any of the situations that, you know, and you know what they are for you, you know your story, but any of those past situations that you have had to walk away from, do not allow them to infiltrate in the present moment, because you are here to shine your light unapologetically and wholeheartedly, and this is your season, this is your time. So anyway, I hope that you found this helpful. If it was, please hit that like button, because it really does help my channel grow, and I'm really trying to grow here on YouTube. So anyway, thank you so much for your support, and I will talk to you soon. Take care, bye.